welcome. Thank you for joining me today on the Takeaway with Tyra. As you may know, if you have been following me, I have one guest and I ask them one question. Hence the takeaway. It's short and sweet, and it's something we can take away, something they share with us from the question that I asked them. So if this is the first time you have been joining me, please feel free to subscribe. I enjoy your interaction, and also you're free to share this to help other people understand things about ONPASSIVE. Everyone, so today I am joined with Paul Angus. Paul, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, Tara. Thank you for inviting me on your show. I've been really looking forward to it.
Oh, super. So if you have been following me before, you understand that it's one person and it's one question that we're going to have. And Paul is going to have the floor for 10 minutes or so, and he's going to be able to answer my question. So Paul, let's get going here. Now, my question to you today is, what is the value of sharing with others the benefits of a founder position with ONPASSIVE? The floor is yours.
Yeah, good. And that's a really good question. And there's probably 100 different answers for that. But from my perspective, I think a lot of people, they know that you can make money on the internet. They know you can make money online. But the question is, doing what? And a while ago, there was a lot of alternatives. There was a lot of things you can do. But these days, it seems to be getting narrowed down. And there's not so many choices. Everyone seems to be doing the same thing. But the question is it working? And some of these things I've done myself. So, you know, people have got a choice of network marketing. And network marketing is a very good industry. I love it. I was in it for 35 years. But towards the end of that, I realized that it wasn't giving me what I want. I didn't mind doing it, and I grew. It took me 35 years to get, you know, on the platform and doing things I was doing. But I soon realized that I needed more skills than I had. So even though I was part-time, I had to study more because I had to get better at sponsoring people, recruiting people. I had to get better at doing sales, and I'd never really done sales. And things like that. You know, to build a team, you need to introduce people to make more money. When the team isn't building, you've got to sell. And I thought, well, this is a lot more than what I thought it was. And it hasn't really changed. It's still pretty much the same today. Although we've got online presence, you know, things should be faster online. It doesn't seem to be. So I went from that into affiliate marketing, and there's lots of things you can sell as an affiliate marketer. I think, well, okay, I'm not responsible for a lot of people, so that's going to be good. I don't have to recruit anybody, but I still have to sell something. So the requirements and the skills I needed were less, which at the time seemed like a good idea. But the reality is, the first of the month, it's like selling cars. You start from zero every time. So you get enough money coming in to pay your bills and things like that, or to top up your salary. And then once you've paid your bills, think, I've got to start all over again. So it's not really something that's going to produce a real long passive income unless you start learning again. So you can do it with things, you know, certain things like ClickBank and things, but you've got to learn ClickBank to get that. And most people come away from that. So they go, I know what the big boom is. It's Bitcoin. And everyone says, we're jumping to Bitcoin. Well, that would have been good if it was $300 a coin, but it's $50,000 a coin now. So have we missed it? Probably not. You know, people are still making good money on Bitcoin. I did it for a while, and unfortunately, I sold my Bitcoin to pay some bills like you do, and I should have kept it, and I didn't keep it. Yeah. But now, if you're buying Bitcoin, it's a little bit, and then they say, well, you know, we've got to put some money in it, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. So therefore, that work is less, but the investment is a lot more. And the people haven't got 1 to 5,000, so the investment's more. And they go, well, why don't you try Forex? You go, okay, oh, we're all making money on Forex. You've only got to put $250 in. Well, yes, you have. And then you get upselled, and they want 1,000 off you on 1,500. Well, if you're really serious, let me guilt trip you. You'll put 2,000 in, and all my friends are making money once they put the 2,000 in. And it just feels to me like everyone's looking to make a commission from you. you know, and I thought, well, I don't like that. They're not really interested in me. They're just what I call commission merchants. And I get bombarded with it. I did today with a guy, you know, and say, I only got home from work myself. And it was a guy, you know, do you know anything about Bitcoin? Have you ever invested? I said, of course, I'm 62. Look at me. I'm grey. I've done everything. You know? So, and then with the cryptocurrency is another market. And these are all good things, but it seems to be those 4 or 5 narratives, and they all require lots of things from people. And I think on passive, it's so much different because it's none of the above. Because instead of us working for a network marketing company or working for ourselves as an affiliate, or, you know, investing in Bitcoin, we're still working for ourselves. We still have to work and hope that someone that we trust, who we can't even see, is going to be doing bids and things like that on our behalf. So it's still a little bit risky to most people, but on passive is so different in that respect. And it's really what I call the elephant in the room that people don't talk about. There is an elephant in the room. Well, what is it? I say, well, let's talk about it. And if someone says, oh, it's one of those things. Oh, hang on, that sounds like you've got a story. Have you done something like this before? Yes, I did, and I lost money. And you patiently listen to them, and it's because they've lost money. Right. And the other part, the back end of the elephant is they didn't get supported. You know, at the time they need, and I've had it personally myself. You know, I crashed big time in 2016. You know, we're talking a couple of $100,000 I didn't get paid. I lost my home on the beachfront, 20 feet away from the sea. And you're thinking, I just want to walk into the sea and keep walking. I was so low in my life. I've never been that way. And at the time I needed, you know, support, there was 2 people that supported me. One was in Spain, a friend of mine, Mary and Liz. And the other one was a guy called Mick Garrett, who flew over from the UK, knew I was getting depressed, and said, look, I'm coming over. We're going to have a chat. We're going to brainstorm, because that's what we've always done. You normally brainstorm with me, but now I'm going to come and brainstorm with you. And that visit made the world of difference. So it's not just a case of people losing the money. It's the case of them not having the support that they thought they would get. And yet, isn't it funny when you've turned things around and things start picking up? You know what they say to you? Well, yeah, we knew you'd do it. We knew you never quit. I said, well, but where were you when I needed you? You weren't there, you know, and it's different. So what I try and get across to people is, they go, well, but why is ONPASSIVE so different? I said, because they work for us. And I said, let me tell you what I believe is the total secret that you're not seeing. They go, okay. I said, you ready? They go, yeah. I said, every time you introduce a new person to ONPASSIVE, what you're really doing is planting a tree on the internet. Think about that. The internet's big. We know it's going to make money out there. But if you're planting a tree, I've just introduced you to ONPASSIVE. I've planted, you've paid your $97. Do you know what that buys you? It buys you some really strong roots. That tree is like this big. And I'm going to plant this, and her name is Tyra, and these roots are going to go. And that tree for $97, it's called a little bit of watering. You know what that watering is? Support, help, you know, the odd video call. How you doing? We're not looking to make commissions from you. We just want to make sure you want the same out of the business that we've got. Right. And then the difference is, the benefit really is that ONPASSIVE are going to drive traffic to all our websites with a different caption every single day, a different, a totally different view, because the splash page is going to be different every single day. Now, what's that doing to that little tree on the internet? What is it doing? It's growing, right? And all of a sudden you start seeing, because the trouble is with the internet, it's fantastic, but 1 minute nothing's happening, next minute everything's happening. So that's what's happening with this tree of ONPASSIVE, with you at the bottom of it. ONPASSIVE is going to drive that traffic, and you're going to start seeing buds coming out. Next minute, it's changing color. It's gone green, and then there's arms sprouting. And what I want to sit underneath is a willow tree, because ONPASSIVE is going to build this business for you. So it's going to be a tree that's going to be there forever. And you know who's going to sit under that tree when I'm done? My kids. My kids. But, you know, what I've done is I've planted several trees for my family, my friends, because I know what it's like to not receive the support that I thought I would have got. So now I can see people losing their jobs, including me, and you know, it's a frightening time for people out there. People say, well, this is not what's happened before, you know. So by me planting that tree, buying them a business center, as I call it, for $97, that doesn't really happen in network marketing, affiliate marketing, Bitcoin, crypto, Forex. You don't hear of people doing that. They're looking after themselves and trying to build their own income. I say, well, what about everybody else, you know? So, you know, for $97, and I've been in this since 23rd of December, 2019.
Okay.
Some people talk on Zooms that I've listened to about people quitting, you know.
Oh,
But the thing about people quitting, they're not really quitters, because to be a quitter, you've got to earn the right. You have had to have started something in the first place. And some of these people haven't actually started anything. So how can they quit? You never even got going. But some people have got their $97 back. Oh,
yeah.
aren't they going to be pig sick by the end of this year? You know, but in my business, I've not had one single person. I've introduced quite a few now. I've not had one person that's asked for their $97 back. Because we've got to try and find the language and the things to say that they understand, you know. So to me, we are planting trees on the internet. We all know the internet's a huge, big thing, but we're not just going to plant something that isn't going to grow. We're going to plant something that's going to be massive. We're talking orchards, you know, woods and that sort of stuff. So, you know, to me, the key to success, no one's jumping ship, not with me anyway. And the key to success is not a key. They said, oh yeah, but just tell me what the key to success is. I said, well, okay, I'll tell you, but it's not a key. It's a combination. I said, what do you mean? I said, it's a combination lock. It's a little bit more than that. It's got 3 numbers, you know, 247, 24/7. I said, because we work this business 24/7. Okay, well, what does that mean? I said, well, it might mean I might put 2 emails out a day to some friends because I'm going to work. So therefore I'm part-time. You know, I might send 4 texts. Who knows? And I might do 7 follow-ups, 247. So, you know, as quick as that is, that to me is the difference in the benefits of what we've got with ONPASSIVE. We are planting trees on the internet. That's my version of it. And it's going to be fun. So that's it, Tara. That's all I got to say.
Wow. Oh, you guys, I'm sure you have amazing takeaway once you listen to what Paul is telling us. I love the analogy about a tree. That really gives a good visual in the mind and the value of sharing this with others. So Paul, I so appreciate you taking the time with us today. Have a wonderful evening, and thanks again for sharing.
That's great. Thank you very much. I loved it. I hope it was a benefit. See you again.